Niniola Apata,
Yeah.
can you tell us a little bit about your background and what was growing up like for you?
Okay, so my name is Niniola Apata. I'm a singer, songwriter, and a performer. I'm from Ekiti State, born and bred in Lagos State. I come from a very wonderful family, and music has always been a thing for me right from when I was, a very little girl, when I was aware of myself. So I'm happy that I'm living my dreams.
So how did the music start for you? At what point in time did you fall in love with music?
Okay, so I fell in love with music, like I said earlier, from the time I was aware of myself, because my parents didn't really used to take me out. I had to get busy, so I started listening to their records, country music, Dolly Parton, Kelly Rogers, African music, Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, the Bee Gees, the Beatles, and so on and so forth. And then I started mimicking what I was hearing. Unknown to me, I was training my voice. And in secondary school, I started entertaining my friends during lunchtime. They'll come to me and be like, Nini, can you sing this song? Can you sing that song? And I was sort of dubbed the human radio. And after secondary school, I started going for competitions because my friends and family told me I was wonderful. They told me I was a beautiful singer, and I was proud of myself. And I went out into the world to show the world my passion. And then that's when I got my shocker that I wasn't good enough, and that I was just passionate about music, but I didn't quite have that star quality or voice that they were looking for.
So there was a point in time you traveled all the way to Abuja for an audition, even after you've done an audition in Lagos. Like, what was behind all those moves? Like, that means you're very, very determined.
Yes, like I said, when I thought I was that good, the very first competition I went for was a church competition. I was living in Isolo, and church was in Aja, so I had to travel all the way from Isolo to Aja. I even had to learn Bible verses. At the end of the day, I didn't come top 5, and the grand finale was on a Sunday in the church. And they didn't even call my name. I angrily stormed out of the church. That what do these people mean? After everything that I've been through, but I had to learn the Bible verse and everything, and they didn't pick me. And I walked away. And West African Idol came up, and I was happy that, yes, thank God, I'm going to show the world what I have. And then I went there. When it was time for me to audition, I sang, the song I prepared, and Dede, who was supposed to be the tough judge, loved my music, but the other 2 judges, Dan Foster and the Ghanaian lady, they were like, wah, wah, wah. It's obvious you have the passion, but you don't quite have it. And I was looking at them stunned, like, do you know what you're saying? After doing my hair, wearing my, belt and everything. And it was so bad and sad because, everyone was waiting outside, and people could tell if you were picked or not. And I had to go out with a smile, even though I knew I wasn't picked. And I cried my eyes out, But I still didn't give up. I got on a plane and I went to Abuja for the same audition. So I went there on a Wednesday. The first audition was on a Thursday, I remember. And I went for that one. I scaled through. And then on Friday, I was supposed to meet the judges. I got there around 6 a.m. I was ready. I think around 9, I got into the audition room and I was ready. And I was going to sing, and they were like, cut, stop. Are you not that girl from Lagos? I said, yes, I'm the girl from Lagos. They're like, no, you can't audition. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm going to audition. They're like, no, you can't. Cut, security. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I started crying. I'm going to audition. And I begged them. I'm like, even if you just let me sing in front of the camera and not even take me on to the next level, I won't mind. They were like, no, it won't do. But Dede stood up for me. God bless you, sir. He stood up. He didn't know me from anywhere, but he stood up for me. I was like, this girl came all the way from Lagos, so number 1. And number 2, this girl is even better than most of the people we picked already. And they gave me one condition. They're like, only if you be the last person to be auditioned. I was like, is that it? I will wait. I haven't come all this way to be disappointed, to be sent back home. And then I sang. I remember singing Celine Dion's "Baby, Baby, If I Kiss You Like This," and Dede was like, "Yes, that's my girl." And then the Ghanaian lady was like, "Oh my God, you're super talented." But then first I still wasn't convinced. But I had 2 yeses, so I moved on to the next level and I was dropped. It hurt me big time. It really, really hurt me. And that was when I decided, you know what, maybe music is not just for me. And someone advised me, I don't remember who that someone is, but if you're the one, God bless you. The person advised me to join a band. And I joined a band, and that's where I became an all-round entertainer. I learned firsthand how to entertain a live audience, sing not only ballads, but also dance music, interact with people, know what they want. And I eventually had my own band, and then I was done with all the band stress, you know. And fast forward to 2013, I remember I was working in a school as a school supervisor, and my younger brother came up to me. He was like, "Nini, you will sing, oh." I said, "What?" I don't even remember how to sing. He was like, he saw one advert in the newspaper about X Factor, and I think the prize money was, I think, 25 million naira. I said, "Go and bring this money for us." I said, "I can't sing again." He said, "You will sing, oh." And then I was like, "Okay, no problem." I went for the audition. He even went with me. I even got to the level whereby I performed on stage to the judges. The judges were Oyeka Oweno, God bless you, ma, and MI, and a Ghanaian judge, a man. I even had a standing ovation, you know, from the judges, and in my mind I was like, thank God, you know, at last. And I was dropped again. And I'm like, what is it about me? Like, don't they like, you know, and Project Fame was the following month. And I told myself, I said, if I don't get picked, it means that music is not for me. And I'm going to throw it away and give up and just, you know, take it as a hobby or totally just forget about it, because music was wasting my time.
So you really wanted to do that?
Yes. And then I went to Project Fame. From the very first audition, they were like, "Yeah, what we've been looking for." And I'm like, you know, "Are you sure? Me? Niniola?" They're like, "Yes, you're what we've been looking for. You're..." And I was so excited. I started scaling from one level to the other. The excitement for me was that it made me realize that I wasn't a failure and that I was good enough to be on the show. Yes, I wanted to win, but for me, being a finalist on the show was a very big deal for me.
Now, being a product of reality shows, do you feel, considering the experience of Olawale, the guy from MTN Project Fame, do you feel reality shows are sustainable platforms for creatives?
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say, that I believe in God so much. I trust in Him. I pray to Him every blessed day before I do anything, and I tell Him to order my steps. I thank Him for all the good things happening in my life and all the good things to come. And also, I work hard. And Project Fame was a platform for me, because where would I have been able to pay for that kind of production? Should I go on?
Yeah, Mom.
Okay, so Project Fame was a huge platform for me, because ordinarily, where would I have gotten the money, the funds, to be able to pay for that kind of production, to showcase my talent? You know, there was the huge stage, the lights, and then the faculty. You had Mommy J in charge of acting, teaching us how to emote, and there was Kafi, who was teaching us, who was a choreographer, teaching us how to dance and interpret the songs through dance, and also the vocal coaches, Uncle Ben and Mrs. Ige, and also styling, makeup, hair, you know, and wardrobe styling. They did all of that and packaged every one of us and made us look like stars, even though we hadn't even entered the industry, you know. So it was a huge platform for me, a very huge platform, and I'm happy that I came 4th runner-up and I got my prize money. You know, I'd heard stories that, you know, after the competition, they're not giving money. After the competition, they gave me my money, 2 million naira straight. I collected that money, and I told myself, I'm gonna make a difference. They've given me that platform, so it's now left for me to go out there and continue from, from that platform. And I'm very happy till today that I made that decision to spend that money wisely, because I invested that money in my music.
Being a musician, what is music to you, and what are you here for as a musician?
Okay, so music is divine. Music is a universal language. Music brings people together. Music has always been my companion right from when I was a child, and music has helped me become the person that I am today. Music is a tool. It's a language. It's a universal language, like I said earlier. People don't really necessarily have to understand what you're saying, but the rhythm, the beat, is all that matters to transcend you into another realm.
So how do you describe the kind of music you make?
Okay. So the genre of music that I do, the root genre of music that I do, is Afro House. Even though I still tend towards other genre of music like R&B, country music, folk music, traditional music, etc. And Afro House, it wasn't like I planned it from the get-go. After Project Fame, I got my money. I didn't want to waste, the limited funds that I had, and I decided I was going to work with the best producer. I didn't know anyone in the industry, and Google was my friend then. I used to search words, top 10 Nigerian producers, and I checked all these lists, and Saz's name, Saz on the beat, and Saz's name kept coming up, and I decided to reach out and work with him. And when I got to his studio, we talked. The moment I saw him, I said, see, I want a hit song. And he looked at me like confused, like, who is this one? Nobody knows you. Have you even recorded any song before? I'm like, no. But this has to work. I'm not going to waste this money, if you understand. It has to be worth it. And he gave me the beat. I loved it. I sang Ibadi. Ibadi became a hit. And my team and I were excited. And we're like, okay, you know what? Let's just stick to this genre of music. I did Soke. Soke was another hit. And we're like, okay, so yeah. God has done it again, so yeah.
Talking about Saz, I was going to ask you that who found it, because you guys seems like you have the synergy when you're in the studio and all. It seems you kind of understand your sound.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Yeah. So like aside Saz on the beat, like do you have the intention of working with other producers, or you still want to just stick with working with him because he understands your sound and he has given you hits upon hits upon hits?
So Saz and I started working since 2013. We're still working till now. We'll continue to work till forever, till Jesus Christ to come and carry all of us away.
So every other producer can...
No. This is what I'm saying. I'm going somewhere. But it doesn't mean that I haven't worked with other producers, or I'm not working with other producers. I work with ODH. He does house music as well. He produced Jiggy Jiggy. He produced Ballet on my album. That's why when I did my album, my debut album, This Is Me, I made sure that people, just listening to my album, you could understand the kind of artist Niniola is. Niniola is a well-rounded artist, not just a house music artist. On the album, I did R&B, I did folk music, traditional music, etc. And other producers, were on, produced songs on the album as well, even though Saz was the dominant producer.
So let's talk about Drake. All of a sudden, Nigerians just woke up and we saw Drake is following in. The next thing we saw is requesting for your song on radio. Like, how did it happen? Was it like a dream to you, or you knew it was coming? Be sincere.
Okay, yes, definitely. I'm a very sincere person. Thank God for the media. And also thank the media, I mean radio, TV, print. Right from when I started, they've been very supportive. And I'm also thankful for social media, the internet. You know how an artist will, do promote to push the song on this media outlets and also on my page. And then my music started spreading. And my music started spreading not just throughout Nigeria, but also across Africa. And then the song Maradona came, and that song is a life-changing song. And Maradona changed my life, you know. I'd already moved on from Maradona, you know. I was promoting Sika. And then I started getting videos from South Africa of people dancing and singing to the song Maradona on the streets, in the bathroom, in funny places. At first I ignored it, that, well, I'm pushing another song, please. You should not disturb me. But it was overwhelming. I couldn't even ignore it anymore because this was another region. And at the end of the day, it is still my song. So why ignore it, you know? And Maradona went on to being #1 in South Africa. I'd always wanted to go to South Africa. And I didn't know anybody there. The music just went there. And I had to go there. And from South Africa, the music continued spreading to even the whole of Southern Africa, and that's Botswana and the rest of, I think Botswana, I guess, Zimbabwe, okay. Yeah, and then even East Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, and the rest of, you know. And then my manager told me, he was like, okay, before my manager, Apple sent a representative to me. Even before I acknowledged the love for the song in South Africa, that, oh, something is happening in South Africa, you know, your back end. I'm like, yes, I can see it. That, you know, they're buying the music there. And then also my manager came up to me and was like, there's DJ Snake-o. I said, excuse me? Who?
International.
Things are happening. Yes, my team keeps walking, you know, but you know how you think it will still take a while for the international recognition to come, and then it's coming there like that. And then they said they played a couple of songs for Snake, and they said, no, I want this song, oh Maradona, the Maradona me. And then we did the remix, the rhythm, and he put it on his platform, and boom, it took my name and my music around the world. You know, that's a totally different audience, not just Africans in the diaspora listening to my music, but, you know, people from different races singing Yoruba. You don't understand. It's crazy. I feel so blessed that I'm singing, because I've always told myself that I will sing in a language that I'm comfortable in, you know, and it's still selling to the world. And that happened on Spotify. I got 1 million monthly listeners, and also I was nominated for BET. I said, Emina, no, me can't go. You know, and all those things, all those milestones. I started hitting different milestones, and I'm like, wow, we kept working. I dropped my debut album, This Is Me. Okay, fast forward now to this year. Yeah. So someone just sent a screenshot, Obendi, I remember, to my manager, Michael, that, Timbaland just commented on Niniola's page. I said, oh yeah, let's check now. I just saw, Timbaland, love your single. Okay, I said, nice, time to go and check. I went to his page. I saw the tick, the verification tick. I still wasn't convinced. I checked. I scrutinized his page until I saw Pharrell and all those people commenting there. I went to go and verify their pages too. I said, okay, it is real. Nini calm down. I said, hey, I don't bust the guy straight there. Sir, I'm lawyer. I love you so much, sir. Thank you so much for liking my music. Legend. You know, and I'm like, wow, it's so unbelievable. And he's like, I love your music so much. I love Designer, your new song. I love Ballet, a new song. Designer was produced by Saz, Ballet was produced by ODH, and I was like, I love your album, I love everything about you in terms of your music. It would be nice to work. I said, sir, it would be an honor to work with you, sir. You know, and everybody went crazy. And then he went on live, Instagram live, and he played my song from the beginning of the song, From when I didn't need it away to the end of the song, that bust my head. Everybody went crazy again. That one went to, we were on our own until I saw one day again. Someone, it was one of my fans. He commented saying, if Drake can follow you, who am I not to follow you? I just said, I won't take this comment lightly. Let me go and research again. And I went there. I just saw follow back because I wasn't even following him. And I said, I called my manager, Michael, come and see again. Oh. And I made sure it was real before I announced it on my page because I was too excited. Some people might not see it as a big deal. Some people might see it as a big, for me, it was a big deal. You understand? For Drake. Because in the industry, you have people you look up to, people that are doing well, successful people. And when they acknowledge your work, it's something to be proud of, you know. And everybody went crazy again. And I remember some people were coming to my page saying, nah, mistake, Joe, Baba just go press it. I was saying to my that if not mistake or don't be mistake, at least still come my page, check them out. Like, Abby, don't be so. And some people were really excited that, oh my God, Drake, Nini, are you serious? International, yeah. And then I buzzed him as well, you know. And I told him, I'm like, thank you so much. This means it means a lot to me. And he told me, he said, you know what, I listen to your music before I go on stage and when I come off stage.
Touch the head.
Me? Oh my God, because I remember when people were telling me, some people were telling me, you have to sing in just English language.
If you want to
so that
sell
people
your
will
music,
understand. You know, and it wasn't like it was out of concern, it was out of love. But I just decided to stick to Yoruba music. And then he went ahead, he went for an interview in London and he requested Maradona. I said, you have to play the song Maradona. And when I checked the playlist, there was Maradona there. And I'm like, wow, you people are helping me push my music because he has how many followers, like 53 million followers or so, you know, and the whole world is listening to him, watching him. And then he's doing this free PR for me, doing it for somebody that he's never met before, you know. So it just makes me know that, you know, God is real, God is true, and hard work and people loving your music and posting for you and all of that, you know, goes a long way. And I'm super excited and I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy.
So that means very soon we should see Drake featuring Niniola. Or Niniola featuring Drake. Which one?
Lagbara alone. So long as there's Drake there.
So you're fasting already, praying or fasting?
I told Baba now. Baba said, okay, no problem. You know.
Now, as a musician, as a creative, we all have a process we go through before we get into the studio. Do you have any writing ritual you go through, or like a process you go through before you get in the studio to record, or as it just comes, you pour it out?
Okay, so when I'm ready to record, I make sure I go in blank. So it's a clean slate. And I don't like to listen to the beats before I go to the studio because I'm a vibe kind of artist. Meaning that I like to hear the beats and whatever comes first, I just vibe, sing melodies and all of that before I sit down and write the song proper. So I get into the studio, I listen to the beat, I vibe, and if I like what I'm hearing, I sit down and write the song proper.
Now let's talk about songs like Maradona, Magun, Bana. The lyrics are filled with like every Yoruba explicit word. Let's just, like, is it a deliberate attempt on your side to sell those kind of lyrics, or you just write the words as you just?
Okay, so I have so many songs out. There's Ibadi, there's Soke, there's Bode, there's Akarebo, there's Oyi, and so on and so forth, and then songs on my album. But I'm a Yoruba girl. And I believe in liberation. I believe in saying things the way they are. And as a songwriter, I have that creative freedom to tell my story however and in whatever language that I choose to, you know, tell the story. And sometimes, you know, you hear different conversations of women talking, men talking, and I just wanted to put that into music, because it happens every day. People talk about things happen, and I just wanted to, you know, make people dance and, you know, just listen to my music. So yeah, that's why my writing style is like that.
2019, we've seen Niniola featuring Sah's Designer. What next after that?
Okay, so I started my 2019 by dropping Designer. By dropping Designer, I dropped the audio and then the video, and also people have been talking about collaborations, and Peter P. Square featured me on his song One More Night. Beautiful song, by the way. The video just dropped as well. So there's more to come. The fire is not ending. Just stay close, and then you find out more collaborations on my part, and you know, definitely more exciting videos and songs. Yeah.
Now let's talk about the Apatas in the music industry now.
Okay.
We see Tenny, we see Niniola. How do you feel being an elder sister, seeing your sister doing great in the music?
Oh, I feel so good and I feel so proud. You know, because the thing is this, you know, you see an artist that is superstar, and then you are the superstar's older sister. So come, I can tell her, come. She has no choice, won't be that. Oh my damn alone. You know, I'm just very happy, you know, because I remember when she came in, she was worried, and I told her, you know what, you don't have to be worried, just, you know, pray to God, do your own part, and everything will fall into place. You know, you're super talented, and I'm so happy because I remember then when I'm going for shows, she'll come and meet me there. When I'm doing sound check, she'll come, she'll say, Nini, when will I start? I say, when you start, you get tired. You get, so I'm just very happy that my sister is doing well, you know, because I won't have liked this situation whereby she'll still be following me up and down, or she'll be, no, my family was not, it's never ever built on, you know, that. My family has always been built on hard work and success, basically. So my family, Apata, do you know what Apata means? Solid rock. You get, so on that solid rock we stand. Even if like 50 of my family members come,
so you feel like you played or had an influence in our journey to stardom?
I will not take unnecessary credit, but this is what I'll say, that God played a big role in her life. Also, I'm her sister. I played, you know, at least a role in her life, and she herself played after God, Tenny, because she worked hard. So nobody can take that away from her. And also everyone who has helped in pushing her music, you know, God bless you too.
So are you happy with the way the media is portraying her as, I don't want to use the word facts, but are you happy with the way they are just the media are just portraying her in such manner?
One is this, my sister is a lovely person. She has a good heart. So anybody can say anything person wants to say, send me back to Bataya. Oh my, shut up. The person is tired, person is shut up.
So being a female artist in the Nigerian industry, do you face any challenge, or it has been a smooth ride so far?
Okay, so coming into the industry, I told myself that I was coming in as a creative, not as a woman. Because it's not a gender-based industry. It's about your talent, your hard work, the grace of God, and the team that's working with you. So when I was coming in, I didn't see myself. I didn't let any restrictions, you know, take over me. All I thought about was, you know, the music. Just do your job, and thankfully, you know, I got a good manager, Nigeria Review, and a good producer, and good people around me, and the media pushing me. So all I had to do was just work hard, even though the major challenge when I started out was funding.
So do you think the industry is doing enough to accept the voice of female artists in the industry? Do you think they are giving them a space to grow or and encourage, considering the fact that recently, you know, I know you're not involved in that controversial outburst between Tiwa Savage and Sheishi, Victoria Kimani, and they're like, this one doesn't allow promoters put on so and so female musicians and all. So do you feel the industry is giving the female artists a chance to grow and nurture their talents?
This is what I would just say. The industry can be better for everybody. Because first of all, if you look back, maybe 10, 20 years back, how many women were doing, music and were being successful at it? Now we have more women in music, and I think we should be celebrated. The media should stop pitching women against each other, because at the end of the day, we're doing a lot. When we are going for shows, we have to do hair, we have to do makeup, we have to dress well, we'll stand again, we'll dance. Not alone, we dancers, you have band. So, Yani gbogbo wa jẹ fún all of you. So, respect all of us.
So, what would you say to other female artists? Like, do you feel you guys, because if you find that now, the male artists these days, they promote each other, I see them clapping for each other when they win. Now, we kind of see like, it's not so like that with the female side. What do you think?
Okay, so I'm going to speak for myself, all right? I maintain a cordial relationship with all the female artists in the industry. I remember when I was nominated for the BET Awards, they put it up. They posted on their pages campaigning for me. Do you understand? So I have their support, and I'll support them anytime they need me. So all I can see is just love, love, love.
So on the last and final note, your come up as a star wasn't easy. What would you say to a young female? Okay, let's say, what would you say to a young artist out there trying to make it big in this industry, trying to have his first hit, trying to break even in this industry? What would you say to such an artist?
This is what I would say to you: work hard, listen to different genre of music. Okay, no. Rewind before then. God, love your God, whoever your God is. Be you a Muslim, a Christian, a traditionalist. Love and hold that God dearly. Do you get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you can plan and plan and plan, and it won't work out. It's not by your doing, but the grace of God. That being said, you need to work hard. Work hard in the sense of listen to new music, listen to especially old music, learn what you can learn from there and make it yours. Be patient. Persevere. Don't say, I want to blow now. It is not possible. You have to put in the work. Get a good manager and try to be a good person. Our foundation is called Adopt a Child's Education, and it was born out of the need to just give back to my community. So my late father, God bless his soul, was a great philanthropist. He was an educationist. He believed in teaching one how to fish rather than giving fish. So he gave a lot of scholarships while he was alive, and I decided to step into his shoes and continue that. So this is what I did. I went back to Solo Irakari Estate where I grew up, and I went to about 5 or 6 primary schools, government primary schools, and I asked for 5 of their best students each, and they sat for an exam. I picked 2. Thankfully, it was a boy and a girl, and I gave them a 6-year secondary school scholarship, which includes tuition, books, and uniforms. So I'm glad that they're done with the junior secondary school and then SS1 now, and they are doing so well. I'm proud of them, and I pray that God will give me the strength to help them through their tertiary institution. Also, I gave out books last year to students and also sporting equipments, and I hope that I'll be able to do more by God's grace. I want kan like a Gucci, I want kan like a Fendi, I want kan like SaharaTV, Amy Farah. Hi, my name is Niniola, and you're watching SaharaTV. Don't go anywhere.